Hello, and welcome back to Editpalooza. We are on day 3. That is right, we are halfway through the first week of Editpalooza. How exciting. So, this is going to be the last video until day 6. Days 3, 4, and 5 of our giant sprint to editing 20,000 words is going to be all the same. This is where the real work begins. All those notes that you've taken, how your scenes have all been broken down, you are going to apply all of those to your text. That's right, we're finally actually editing our stories. Exciting, right? So this is what I call the self-revision stage. It is when you are trying to make your work as good as you can in terms of macro elements. So you want to make sure that your plot and your character and your settings and your pacing are all what you want them to be. This is your big chance. Really dig into it and don't be afraid of making it a little bit messy along the way. It's okay. No one's going to see it until day 7. You'll have a chance to clean it up. So, without further ado, let's jump into the meat of the work of this first week of Editpalooza and go on to days 3, 4, and 5. Alright guys, let's get on it. So, for the next 3 days, I want you to take your text, your 5 to 20,000 words, and start revising it. Now, remember how we broke down our issues into actionable items as extra credit? Well, the first day, that's exactly what we're going to do as the main objective. Now, if you've already done this, fantastic. The goal is to take all those notes that you color-coded last time and turn them into a plan of attack for the next 3 days. Decide how you're going to tackle this. And I know you want to just jump in, but a plan really does help at this stage. It lets you prioritize your time and really understand what's coming, how many steps you have to take, what big ticket items you need to break through, and make sure that you're not rushing at the end or feel overwhelmed. So, make a plan of what changes you need to make and list them all in order of priority. Now, I like to tackle the biggest items first. I like to tackle big systemic problems that need to really be sorted through, not necessarily in a chronological order. These are my 1 or 2 things that I just do not like about the whole sample, this whole manuscript, and I want to change them. And this is the time to do it. So I go through, I've made my plan, and the first thing I want to tackle are those items. Now, this will probably eat up a lot of your time, and let it. These are the things that really bother you. You are trying to make your story as good as it can be. So take your time and go through those. Once you've tackled all the really big things, it's time to take a step a little bit closer to the micro and start with chapter by chapter edits. Now you have your notes and you have your plans and actionable items, and I want you to apply them section by section, chapter by chapter. Don't worry about the big picture. Just worry about what you are doing one item at a time. Don't let the long list fool you. It will go quite fast once you're in the flow. Now, you might find things that start slowing you down. A problem that feels insurmountable, a note that you just don't know how to fix. What I want you to do is leave yourself a comment telling yourself, your future self, why it started stalling you, what the problem was, and what any ideas you have to fix it are, and then I want you to just move on. Go to the next problem. Fix something that you feel like you can tackle. You can always go through this again and just deal with those problem items one at a time, and I promise you it will be easier to solve them when you don't have the weight of all the other things that you have to do hanging over your head. On the last day, once you've tackled most of what you have to do, I need to stop saying the word tackled. I use that word a lot apparently in this video. Also, please forgive my hair. It has a mind of its own today, and it's trying to eat me. But after that tangent, On the last day of this trio of really heavy revision days, I do want you to read over the entire thing one more time. I know you've read it and reread it and reread it 1,000 times, but while editing and while revising, it is almost inevitable that you will have messed up something in your timeline, in your characters, in your dialogue. It could be really anything. Don't worry about nitpicky stuff. You'll have the next day to do it. But do look for anything that you might have accidentally missed or problems that you created while revising. Those do pop up quite frequently. So, just to recap, you're going to make actionable plans based on your notes and your color coding from yesterday. Then you're going to apply them, starting with the big macro items, and then moving all the way to the chapter by chapter, nitty-gritty little revisions. After that, you're going to read it all over again, making sure that you didn't mess up anything along the way. And if anything in this entire process starts slowing you down, starts getting you out of your groove, you want to just leave yourself a comment, move on, and tackle it later. Really, this is the number one tip that I can give you for the stage. Momentum is your friend, and you want to just keep going. You will start running quite a bit behind if you don't complete this part in these 3 days. So please do try to make a little bit of extra time and really dig in. This is probably going to be the hardest 3 days of this entire Editpalooza. And if you absolutely need help, please reach out to the other authors involved. And if you want to be involved and you've been following along but are not part of our Discord, go down below, follow the link, come join us. We will be able to give you feedback, help you out, maybe even something as simple as sitting down together and doing editing sprints at the same time. Reach out to help. This is the scariest part. You're taking your manuscript and you're having to poke holes in all the places where it sucks. And that's not a good feeling. So get some support. It really does make the whole process so much easier. And with that, I'm going to let you get to work. You have a lot to do over the next 3 days. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment and do all those fun things for the algorithm, because it does not like not being fed. It gets grouchy and then it starts nibbling off parts of your anatomy. And I need my fingers to write, so please save me. Please. You're my only hope. Bye for now.